you can see how the overactivated solar plexus would look like.
Makes sense. How effective are mantras? Could one practice mantras instead of affirmations? To give a specific definition between the difference of like, what is the actual definition of a mantra, the actual definition of an affirmation, and how they're the same and different? If in the morning, I don't have a lot of time to practice things like mantras or affirmations, or it's just something that's very easy to slip my mind each day, what could I do, or what could anybody do instead? Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to chat about the 10 uncommon signs of the solar plexus chakra imbalance and how to heal them. Again, with us today is Alina from Energy Healing, Tarot, and Astrology. Please, Alina, take it away.
Hello, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to connect with you in another brand new episode. So today we're going to talk about 10 uncommon signs of solar plexus chakra imbalance and how to heal them. So as you know that we live in this third dimensional world where we have the both positive and the negative spectrum. So on the positive side, the solar plexus related energy and emotion you will feel is confidence, personal power, individuality, leadership skills, charisma to influence others. On the negative spectrum, you will feel low self-esteem, lack of confidence, arrogance, narcissism, dominating and controlling behavior. So let's see what happens when our solar plexus chakra is positively overactivated. So as you can see here, there's the light bulb shining so bright. And because of that, the other light bulbs that are around this is feeling quite dim or almost dark, almost non-visible.
Right.
Why it happens? Tell me.
Well, basically how I would say it would be this person who has this chakra balance basically stands out. So how I would see it is these are the people in society that people would be attracted to or just drawn to, not really knowing why, but it's just that energy they give off. Kind of like when you're in a big room and all of a sudden somebody walks into the room and you have no idea why, but you just feel pulled to look at the doorway to watch them come in. That'd be the best way that I could describe it.
All right, so you see why we don't see the stars during the day. Tell me.
The sunlight is too bright to be able to see through that or to break through it.
Definitely. So the sun is so bright that it makes the stars and the moon invisible, right?
Right.
So this is what happens with strong solar plexus chakra, that their competitors, they become almost invisible, like the stars in the night sky.
Interesting. Okay.
Right? So these people, they're natural leaders. They're very charismatic. They know how to influence others. They become they're very situational leaders. I mean, you wouldn't know like what they have inside of them, that the other people just would want to listen to them, take the suggestion, feel drawn to them. It's because of the powerful aura, is the aura that they radiate.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So sidebar question, is the solar plexus also a feminine energy?
It's a masculine energy.
Masculine? Okay.
Okay. So if you could see the chakras, I mean, it doesn't look that way, but just it's quite plasma, like changeable, malleable kind of a thing, translucent thing. But if I try to put it in the picture, it might look like this. So how does it feel?
Solar plexus is, let me just move this little thing here out of my way. Okay, crown, throat, heart. Very overpowering. It is, it's the yellow one, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So it basically takes up the majority of our energy that gets put out into the world.
Okay, so imagine a politician who is so powerful. He has this dominant yellow energy, solar plexus. He also like draws people towards him through his speech, throat chakra, through his lower chakra, action, connection, right?
Yep.
By the way, this is a picture of imbalanced chakras.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Okay. So as you can see, you know these people.
Yeah.
Have you wondered that some celebrities, okay, some actors, they're so good actors, they're good musicians, but they don't become famous as others? Why? Tell me why.
Oh, that depends on which rabbit hole you want to go down.
All right. I think I would want you to answer in terms of chakras.
Okay. Well, the ones that are more that do become famous have more of that solar plexus chakra energy that people are just attracted to.
Definitely, because see, there are astrological reasons as well. Like 11th house is the house of reward and recognition. But I'm not going to talk about that here in this episode. We will talk about astrology in some other episode. In terms of chakras, definitely their solar plexus is very, very strong. That is the reason why they get the recognition for their work. Other people, they have a small solar plexus chakra, so they're quite creative. They are, but they have the sense of unworthiness, like I'm not worthy of it, I'm not worthy of the recognition. That's why they don't have that.
That makes sense.
Okay, so what about Oprah Winfrey?
She came from nothing and became one of the most successful people in the world. So she definitely flipped her life around. So I'm guessing she was in a negative space with her sacral, and then now through the healing that she went through is now very positive outward chakra or sacral chakra energy that people are attracted to now.
Definitely. So in her childhood, she had very much of a very, her chakras are quite negatively underactivated. And I had seen her chart. She had probably Moon and Mars in her 12th house as well. So, anyways, the thing is that she pulled herself out of that.
Yeah.
She strengthened her solar plexus chakra and also her relationship with people, with money, with her career, with everything. She's in a very good place right now. She is a perfect example. You can also give this example to a lot of your clients as well. Like it is possible to change your life.
Yeah.
What about this man?
It's Nelson Mandela, correct?
Yeah,
Same type of thing. I know that he was the victim of a lot of hate crimes and racial hate crimes, and then thrown into jail, if I remember correctly, for crimes that he didn't commit, and
definitely.
then came back out of that and turned his life around outside of that.
Okay, so the reason why this man is the example of positively overactivated solar plexus is because he was a president um, who wanted good things for ordinary people, like different from the selfish politicians, right?
Right.
Right. So what about this man?
Well, I'm under the impression that I don't even think Mark Zuckerberg is a human.
Yeah, to me too, he looks very weird.
Yeah, I've seen some things and I've witnessed some, like, just from a psychology standpoint and seeing him in interviews, it's like he doesn't seem of this planet anymore. And like, but that's a conversation of occult stuff. I think probably for another time.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah. But yeah, he started as a nobody in university and then created something that is now one of the most influential things in the world, being the creator of Facebook. And that's an interesting one for me to answer you on, because I don't think he's loved in the world anymore. He's just kind of there. He's more infamous than famous.
Right. So what I wanted to say here is this internet entrepreneur is um, when Facebook came up and when there was the time to claim that who is the owner, founder of it, who came up with the idea, I think other two, three people also came out at the time, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Mark Zuckerberg had it and other people didn't have it. So I'm not sure whether Zuckerberg really is the owner of Facebook or is the it was his own idea or he had stolen someone else's idea. I don't know. But the thing is, when it comes to recognition, he had the recognition. That's because he had a strong solar plexus, and the other people, his competitors, didn't have a strong solar plexus.
Makes sense.
Okay, so what about this man?
Kurt Cobain.
Right.
I know he influenced the music industry. He basically Nirvana created the genre of post grunge. So basically revolutionized the rock genre in music. And
Punk rock. He
yeah,
made the punk rock music very famous.
yeah. And then was claimed to have committed suicide, but then of course there's some theories that he was actually murdered. So again, whole other conversation for conspiracy conversation. But I know that he was loved and adored because he had the confidence to bring something new to the table and bring something new to the world.
Definitely. So what happened was, I think, just like Oprah Winfrey, he had extreme negative childhood, right?
Yeah.
And he was a codependent. Then he started to take drugs and all. He had his solar plexus very imbalanced from his childhood, but he overcame that.
Yeah.
Right? Through his music. And the reason why I want to tell his story, because when he came out with grunge, a lot of other bands from all over the world also came out with grunge, and especially like after his death, a lot of people tried to follow him and tried to kind of copy him, but they couldn't had as much of the success that Kurt Cobain had. Tell me why.
Well, because they were imitations, it wasn't the original.
In terms of chakras,
They just wouldn't have had the same type of chakral balances. And I know, well, I shouldn't say I know. I guess an opinion that I hold from the outside looking in is that a lot of these people that were trying to follow it, I know I'm thinking of one artist in particular, was trying to take on fame in spite of Kurt Cobain, as opposed to and jealousy over out from his being from his fame, claiming that this other artist that I'm thinking of actually was the creator of this new genre, and so there was a lot of resentment factor there.
a lot of people say that this man was quite overrated.
Yeah, I have heard that as well, but I've also, some of the artists that I've seen or that I've heard and witnessed say that he was overrated were people that were trying to take credit for, you know what, screw it. So the person I'm thinking of is the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins. So there's this.
Hey, I know that Billy Corgan, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
So Billy holds a plethora of resentments towards Kurt Cobain because they both had the same type of uh, fame at the same time. Just Kurt Cobain was so much more, whereas Billy was not, and their Smashing Pumpkins fame kind of came a little bit after the fact. And even to this day, there's still recent interviews with Billy where he has nothing but bad things to say about Kurt Cobain and how he should have been the one that was recognized for the fame of that genre. So that's where I see a lot of the resentment in it, is because, well, Kurt Cobain was very young still when they hit their fame and revolutionized the music industry in that way.
Yeah, I understand all of that, and I agree with you. The thing is that this man, what happens with a lot of popular people, that when you get popular, there are jealous people around you try to take your credit, try to put you down so they can feel good about themselves. The thing is, what saved Mr. Kurt Cobain was his chakra,
Right.
his solar plexus. And it was so strong that you understand that no one right after his death. No one did active marketing for this band or his album, but still to this day, this album is so famous.
Yep.
His three major albums, and especially with the teenagers.
Yep.
And you see the album Bleach. I mean, there's no music video for it. You just see the recordings of the stage performance, but till to this day, that album is so famous.
Yep.
And even like after his death, his name is earning money. That means, see, the idea that death is quite an illusion. It's all energy.
Yep.
Right? So his energy was so strong, it's still very strong, that his name is earning money. He's not doing anything. No one is doing anything on his behalf to make him more popular or to just make people remind him of his legacy, but it's just happening very automatically.
Yep.
Okay, so next I want to talk about Michael Jackson. Oh, by the way, he's an impersonator, by the way.
He's an impersonator?
Right.
Ooh, okay. I'm interested to hear your take on this.
Okay, so C is that a lot of the time that happens that we see these doppelgangers, the impersonators.
Yep.
They mimic, they copy the style of these famous celebrities, but they don't become like the famous celebrities. Tell me why.
Well, that's not the same energy that gets, it's not this, that's, even if they look the same, it's not the same energy being put out.
Definitely. And you know that in order to be a successful artist, you need your relationship with, you need to have that to attract large number of fans towards you, your relationship with money, with recognition, with your worthiness, with your art, all of that. And other people, they were good in copying things, but they were not good in other aspects.
Right.
And again, these two people, they astrologically, they both have Mars. Yeah, Mars and Ketu conjunct. These people are like, they achieve outstanding things in their life. Like even after that, people remember them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next we see here is what happens when your solar plexus chakra is negatively overactivated. You become selfish, right?
Yep. Narcissistic.
Definitely. Then you always think about others and you don't feel any guilt and shame when you throw the other people under the bus. See what is happening here. This man is climbing off through this recognition on the basis of other people's effort.
Yeah.
You try to control other people, manipulate them. You also become dependent on drugs. Why? Because they have heightened sense of emotions, like the grandiose feeling. They need to feel great about themselves. So when they're not having that through people, they might want that drug to make them feel that way.
Makes sense.
It can also make someone terrorist because they feel like they are the one, the most powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't feel any kind of guilt and shame by when they kill people, murder people. Other people are just objects in their eye.
Yep.
Okay, then we see some politicians who are so selfish. They don't care about that other people are dying and suffering. They only care about their own personal interest.
Unfortunately, that's a very common story with a lot of countries today.
Definitely. Okay, next. So what happens when our solar plexus chakra is positively underactivated? So there are some benefits of that.
Okay.
Okay. So when someone, like, have you seen in your school, there are some backbenchers? These people, they copy, they cheat during exam, but they don't get caught.
Oh, yep.
Because their aura is very dim, very light. So they don't get picked up by the teachers. They will be doing the side talking, they would annoy others, but teachers don't pick them. Teachers always pick someone else, and it'll be like, teacher, the other student, they were also doing all these negative things. Why don't you pick them and confront them? Why me always? See, what is happening here is energetically that this people's aura is very dim. So they don't get detected It
Okay.
also happens like during interview, they don't get asked much of the questions.
Just kind of slide under the radar.
Right, exactly. So you see this man is trying to hide something, try to steal something, shoplifting, right? So these people are very good in this kind of work. Like they will do the shoplifting and run out very quickly. Nobody will be able to detect them. And these people are like so quick. And I mean, I don't know how do they do this. Like they don't the alarms and the people and the CCTV camera and stuff. They just have their own way of getting away with things.
Mm-hmm.
Same with some of the drivers on the roads as well, especially people who drive the motorcycle. They will skip the traffic rule, also the traffic officer in front of them, and just go. And the traffic officer will just not be able to detect them. Like, okay, someone had broken the, what do you call this, traffic rules.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a positive side to it as well. Like, imagine there's something like this happening. This criminal is there to hostage people. These people might get hide somewhere, so they won't be able to find them
Right.
because the aura is not detectable.
Okay.
So a lot of the times they can get saved from, I mean, when they're on the road and stuff, because see, I have seen it many times when I'd be like stuck in a traffic jam, the people following me, but suddenly what happened? They left.
Okay. That makes sense.
So what happens when your solar plexus chakra is negatively underactivated? Tell me.
Well, this would be the stepping into the true narcissistic practices where you are putting other people down just to make yourself feel a little bit important. It's where I feel like people who actively participate in the crab in the bucket effect would be sitting. So super insecure. Of course, you have no self-confidence posted up here, and would basically, yeah, put others down or bring others down just to make themselves feel better, and then using substances to numb that low feeling, and just basically teach their mind, teach their brain that everything is okay and how they're functioning is completely okay.
Definitely. And these people also have the problem in terms of getting rewards. Like in an office, they will work a lot, but because their throat chakra or solar plexus is underactivated, they won't get the proper recognition for the work.
Okay.
And these people are also can be victim of hijacking, robbery, or toxic relationships.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the next we have is how do we heal our solar plexus chakra? Crystals, which one is your favorite crystal?
Out of those ones, probably the tiger's eye and the fire opal.
Mine is yellow citrine.
That is a nice stone too.
Next we have affirmation. Practice it every morning. Next we have energy healing.
All right. So with affirmations, how effective are mantras?
Mantras?
Yeah.
Mantras.
Mantras. Yes. Sorry.
Okay, see, mantras are words or sentences that you repeat like continuously, repetitively.
Okay.
All right. So I think affirmation can be also used as mantra.
Okay.
So mantras are definitely effective. If you feel it is effective for you, then it will work.
Okay. Could one practice mantras instead of affirmations?
Yes, because see here, the placebo effect comes into play. If you feel that you feel more comfortable with mantras over the affirmation, then okay.
Okay. Now, for our viewers, would you be able to actually give a specific definition between the difference of like what is the actual definition of a mantra, the actual definition of an affirmation, and how they're the same and different?
Okay, affirmation is something what we affirm, what we claim.
Okay.
And as you know by the word affirmation, there would not be any negative word.
Okay.
It's only the positive. It can't be that I am not insecure, but it has to be like I am confident, right?
Yep.
The reason why I think if you understand about the English grammar, affirm is there wouldn't be any negative word. And it goes with our subconscious brain because our subconscious brain picks up everything very literally. If you tell yourself, I'm dead, it will take that literally because it can't filter out messages. It will consider like, you know what, when during the day our day is not going well. So we tell ourselves, man, I'm going mad right now.
Mhm.
Man, I've lost it. I'm dead right now. This is the things that your brain picks up without any kind of filtering, right? The subconscious brain. But the conscious brain is, they can filter out messages. But the thing is, subconscious brain governs 95% of our brain. So it's very important for us to talk ourselves with more positivity. Mantras are something that mantras are taken mainly from the scriptures, religious scriptures. Now there are so many religions and scriptures being there in the world, and you don't know about the language, like what was written in there, what is the meaning of that language, particular language. Like a religion that was there for like so many thousands of years before, and now it is the words are so difficult to understand. I don't know the meaning of that. So you repeating those words, I don't know how much it will benefit you. Like if I try to talk to you in a way that's a bit difficult words, and I don't know what is the meaning of that. But if I say something to you that both you and I know the meaning of, like you're my brain and I'm the body. So I'm telling my brain an instruction, okay, I am this, this, and this. Wouldn't that be more effective? Because I know the meaning of this word very, very clearly.
Yep. Makes sense.
But I see the reason for other people practicing the mantras because they believe in the religion so much that they believe that the God is the ultimate savior, and also it might work for them.
Yeah,
but the thing is, you can use your affirmation as a mantra as well.
Okay. Okay, so definitely some similarities there. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. So, if in the morning I don't have a lot of time to practice things like mantras or affirmations, or it's just something that's very easy to slip my mind each day, what could I do, or what could anybody do instead?
All right. To practice positivity in a very short time when you are in a hurry, so what you can do is you can use audio affirmation you'll find online. But also another one thing that you can do is you can practice one affirmation in the morning, like all my chakras are in perfect balance. That's it.
Okay, I like it. Short and sweet.
Like instead of practicing like all 7 chakra related 100 of this affirmation, practice this one.
Yep, I like it. That's definitely a time saver, that's for sure. All right. Is there anything else you want to add to this episode?
No.
All right. Sounds super. Well, everyone, please like, share, subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you have any questions on what we've chatted about today, feel free to reach out to me by email or direct message. Feel free to reach out to Alina by email or direct message. All of her contact information will be in the show notes below. And on that note, please take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.